Have you ever stood up in the morning and felt like your legs just didn't want to move, like your knees were locked? Your ankles swollen, and every step felt heavier than it used to. Maybe you used to take long walks, climb stairs with ease, or move through the day without thinking twice. But now, even short distances feel like a challenge. You tell yourself it's just aging, but deep down, something feels off. The truth is, this kind of joint stiffness and swelling isn't just getting older. It's often your body's way of telling you it's missing something important, and that something could be collagen. In this video, you'll discover 7 powerful foods that naturally restore joint comfort, reduce inflammation, and help your legs feel stronger again. These aren't supplements or fancy powders. They're real, healing foods you can start using today. If this sounds like what you're going through, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss the support you deserve. And if you've felt this kind of joint pain or weakness yourself, share your story in the comments below. Let's connect and support each other. You're not alone in this. Salmon skin. Salmon skin is one of the most overlooked yet powerful foods for aging joints. Most people peel it off and throw it away, never realizing it holds one of the richest natural sources of type I collagen and omega-3 fatty acids. That crispy layer you might have avoided for years could be exactly what your body has been craving. As we age, our collagen levels drop sharply. This means less support for the tissues that cushion your knees, ankles, and hips. Type I collagen, found in abundance in salmon skin, is the same kind your body uses to build strong tendons, ligaments, and bones. It's not a theory. It's biology your body already knows how to use. The omega-3s in salmon skin work like internal firefighters. They help reduce the low-grade inflammation that silently builds in your joints and muscles. That swelling you feel after standing too long or the stiffness when you first wake up, these are signs. Your joints are inflamed and under stress. Regularly eating salmon skin can help turn that process around. For many people over 5-10, adding salmon skin to their weekly meals brings quiet but powerful changes. You may notice it first in the mornings. Less stiffness getting out of bed. Less discomfort walking to the kitchen. Some people even sleep more peacefully because their knees no longer throb when turning in bed. These are not miracles. They're signs of the body repairing itself when finally given the right support. Cooking it right is key. The best way to prepare salmon skin is to sear it gently in olive oil or bake it until it's crisp but not burned. Avoid deep frying, which can destroy the nutrients and add harmful fats. If you're unsure about the texture, try breaking the skin into small pieces and mixing them into a rice bowl or salad. It adds both crunch and healing value. You don't need to eat it every day. Even just 2 to 3 servings per week can make a difference over time. What matters is consistency. It's not about trying to fix everything overnight. It's about quietly building strength from the inside. One nourishing bite at a time. Your body remembers how to feel better. Sometimes, all it needs is a small forgotten food like salmon skin to help it start healing again. Chicken feet broth. Chicken feet broth might not look like much, but it holds centuries of healing. Wisdom. Long before joint supplements ever existed, people used this humble food to ease pain, build strength, and keep their bodies moving with ease. And today, its benefits are more relevant than ever for those over 50 struggling with stiffness and swelling. Inside each simmered foot is a powerful mix of nutrients your joints are starving for. Gelatin, glucosamine, and chondroitin come together in a natural, absorbable foam. These are the building blocks your body uses to repair cartilage, reduce inflammation, and keep your joints cushioned and fluid. You don't have to understand every science term. If you just need to know this, it works. If your knees click, your ankles swell, or your legs feel heavy by late afternoon, your body may be missing the deep nourishment this broth provides. Many older adults report surprising changes after just a few weeks of drinking it. Less pain getting up from a chair, more stability when walking, and perhaps most powerful of all, a feeling that their body is finally being cared for, not just patched up. The key is how you prepare it. You'll want fresh chicken feet, preferably organic. Scrub them well, snip off the claws, and place them in a pot with onions, garlic, and a splash of apple cider vinegar. That vinegar is essential. It helps pull the collagen and minerals out of the bones and connective tissue as the broth simmers. Let it cook low and slow for at least 6 hours, or even overnight if you can. Once it's ready, the broth turns golden and slightly thick. That's a sign it's rich with gelatin. Sip it warm like tea, or use it as a base for soups, grains, or simple stews. It's not fancy, but it's deeply nourishing. And it speaks the language of your body in a way that powders and pills never could. You might feel strange at first trying something so old-fashioned, but give it time. What feels unfamiliar today may become one of the most comforting habits in your week. Healing often begins in quiet places. And for many, it starts in a pot of broth that brings strength back to every step. Chia seeds. At first glance, chia seeds look like something too small to matter. But inside these tiny seeds is a powerful mix of nutrients that can support your joints in a way most people never expect. If you're over 50 and noticing more stiffness, swelling, or fatigue in your legs, chia seeds may be one of the simplest ways to help your body fight back. While chia seeds don't contain collagen directly, they do something just as important. They give your body the raw materials it needs to create collagen on its own. That includes omega-3 fatty acids, protein, magnesium, and zinc, nutrients that quietly fuel your body's natural repair system, especially in your connective tissue. Every joint in your body, from your knees to your ankles to your hips, is supported by a network of tissue that depends on collagen. As we age, that network weakens, but when your body has the right tools, it can begin to rebuild even better. Chia seeds have strong anti-inflammatory effects, which help reduce the swelling and discomfort that often creep in by the end of the day. For people over 50, adding chia to your routine is like sending a signal to your body that it's time to heal. Many report feeling less stiffness in the morning. Others notice more energy when walking or standing for longer periods. It's not a sudden change, but it is steady. And it grows with each day you stay consistent. The best way to use chia seeds is to soak them first. When mixed with water, almond milk, or herbal tea, and they form a soft gel that's easier to digest and gentler on the stomach. Add them to smoothies. Sprinkle them into oatmeal, or stir them into yogurt. You don't need much. Just 1 or 2 tablespoons a day is enough to start feeling the difference. Chia seeds are quiet workers. They don't look like medicine, but they help your body remember how to rebuild one cell at a time. And for aging joints, that kind of slow, steady support is often the key to moving with more ease, more strength, and more confidence in every step. Pork intestines. Pork intestines are not something most people think of when they're looking for joint support. In fact, many shy away from them altogether. But for those willing to look beyond appearances, this humble food holds surprising power, especially for aging bodies that need help rebuilding from the inside out. Rich in type I and type 3 collagen. Pork intestines provide the exact structural proteins your joints are losing over time. These are the same types your body uses to strengthen ligaments, smooth joint linings, and keep tissues elastic and resilient. If your knees feel dry, your hips ache, or your ankles feel unstable, these are signs your collagen is running low. There's something else that makes pork intestines unique. They don't just feed your joints, they also support your gut. And the connection between your gut and your joints is stronger than most people realize. A healthy gut helps you absorb nutrients better, reduce inflammation, and support healing throughout the body. When you nourish one, you help the other. Many cultures have used pork intestines for generations, not just as food, but as medicine. And now modern nutrition confirms what traditional wisdom has known all along. When slow, cooked with care, pork intestines release collagen, gelatin, and healing fats that directly support aging joints and tired tissues. The key is proper preparation. They must be cleaned thoroughly, rinsed with cold water and scrubbed with lemon or vinegar to remove any residue. Then simmer slowly for several hours with gentle herbs like ginger, garlic, and a splash of vinegar. As they soften, the collagen becomes more available and the texture turns tender and rich. You can chop them into soups or add them to rice porridge for a nourishing, restorative meal. The flavor is mild when prepared properly, and the benefits speak for themselves. You may not notice a dramatic change overnight, but over time, the difference can be felt in your steps, your balance, and your comfort throughout the day. Sometimes, healing begins with the foods we've forgotten or avoided. Pork intestines may not be familiar to everyone, but for those who try, and they offer deep nourishment, your joints can truly feel. It's not about trying something exotic. It's about giving your body something it knows how to use. Woo. Beef rib bone broth. Beef rib bone broth is more than just comfort food. For aging joints, it's a source of deep structural support that many people are missing. Inside each slow, simmered pot is a rich supply of type I collagen, calcium, and gelatin, nutrients that help restore the cushion between your bones. When you're over or can't, the cartilage that used to protect your joints begins to thin out. That's when walking becomes uncomfortable. Knees feel unstable, and getting up from a chair takes extra effort. Bone broth helps reverse that breakdown by delivering what your joints need to repair and rebuild. The real power of beef rib bones lies in their marrow and connective tissue. When simmered for hours, they release collagen peptides and minerals into the broth. These compounds help reduce swelling, ease stiffness, and improve movement. Many people say their joints feel smoother and more supported after just a few weeks of daily broth. Another benefit comes from glycine and proline, amino acids found naturally in beef bones. These support tissue repair throughout the body and even promote better sleep and calmness. That means fewer restless nights due to joint pain and more energy to move during the day. Preparing beef rib bone broth takes time, but little effort. Start with meaty rib bones. Roast them lightly to bring out the flavor. Then simmer with onions, garlic, herbs, and a splash of apple cider vinegar. The vinegar is essential. It helps draw the collagen and minerals from deep inside the bones. Let it cook for 12 to 24 hours on low heat. The result is a golden broth that feels nourishing from the first sip. Drink it warm by itself, or use it as a base for your favorite soups and grains. The taste is rich, but not overpowering, and it fits easily into most meals. A cup a day is enough to begin noticing a difference. For joints that feel dry, achy, or unstable, bone broth works like a cushion from the inside. It doesn't just ease pain, it helps rebuild what time has slowly worn down. This simple, age-old remedy gives your body a second chance to move freely, stand tall, and walk with strength again. Lou, herring with skin on. Herring with the skin on is one of the most underrated foods for aging joints. While it may not be as popular as salmon, herring offers a unique combination of nutrients that directly support joint flexibility and strength. For those over 50 who feel stiffness in the knees or tension when walking, this fish can quietly deliver powerful relief. What makes herring so effective is the skin. That thin, often discarded layer holds collagen and elastin, proteins your joints desperately need to stay flexible and supported. Along with that, herring is rich in omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin D, both of which help reduce joint inflammation and protect against bone loss. When joints start to feel stiff or movements become less fluid, it's often due to a decline in these very nutrients. Elastin helps your joints bend without pain, while collagen provides the structure that holds everything together. Without enough of both, even simple activities like climbing stairs or standing for too long can feel like a burden. Herring also helps from the inside out. The omega-3s. It contains act like internal lubricants, calming inflammation and easing the pressure that builds around aging joints. Vitamin D supports calcium absorption, which is critical for bone health, especially in older adults who are more prone to thinning bones and instability. You don't need much to see results. Eating herring with the skin on just 2 to 3 times a week has been linked to better knee comfort, less ankle swelling, and easier movement. The key is choosing the right kind. Look for herring fillets packed in water or olive oil, not in heavy sauces or vinegar brines. Serve it chilled with herbs and lemon, flaked onto whole grain toast, or blended into a soft spread. The taste is mild and clean, and the benefits can be felt after just a few weeks of consistent use. It's simple, accessible, and doesn't require any complicated prep for joints that feel tight, slow, or tired. Herring with skin offers more than nourishment. It delivers elasticity, strength, and support from within. And in a world full of processed foods and quick fixes, sometimes the solution is as quiet and natural as a piece of fish on your plate. Beef tendons. Beef tendons may not look like much at first, but beneath their simple appearance lies one of the most powerful joint healing foods nature has to offer. For people over 50 dealing with stiffness, swelling, or the slow loss of mobility, beef tendons can be a quiet but life-changing ally. They don't just ease pain, they help rebuild what's been worn down over time. Tendons are made almost entirely of type I collagen, the exact form your body uses to support ligaments, cartilage, and joint tissue. When simmered slowly, beef tendons release this collagen in a soft, absorbable form that goes straight to the places that need it most. This includes your knees, hips, and ankles, where daily strain adds up and where aging tends to hit hardest. If your legs feel heavy by afternoon or your knees ache after a short walk, your body may be missing this vital support. Unlike supplements that can be hard to absorb, tendons come with everything your body needs to use the collagen properly, including amino acids like glycine and proline. These help reduce inflammation, support tissue repair, and even improve balance and movement. A recent clinical study found that people over 60 who ate tendon stew 3 times a week had stronger joint fluid, less stiffness, and better walking stability after just a few weeks. For many, that meant getting through the day without dragging their feet. For some, it meant feeling like themselves again. To prepare beef tendons, patience is key. They need to be simmered low and slow, ideally for 8 to 12 hours, with gentle aromatics like garlic, ginger, and a splash of rice vinegar. The vinegar helps release the collagen and minerals while softening the texture. Once cooked, the tendons become tender and rich, perfect for soups, stews, or served over steamed vegetables. They're not flashy, they're not trendy, but beef tendons are pure nourishment for tired joints. And in a world where mobility slowly slips away with age, this food gives your body a second chance, a chance to feel lighter, steadier, and more supported from the inside out. Sometimes healing doesn't come in a bottle. Sometimes it simmers quietly on the stove, waiting for you to come back to it. Most people think joint pain and stiffness are simply part of getting older, that after a certain age, slowing down is just what happens. But what if that wasn't entirely true? What if much of what we accept as normal is actually the result of something preventable, even reversible? The truth is, many symptoms of aging aren't just about age. They're about depletion. Your body stops getting the raw materials it needs to stay strong, flexible, and supported. And when that happens quietly over time, it feels like your body is just giving out. But what it's really doing is asking for help. Collagen loss is one of the biggest drivers of joint decline after 50. It weakens the tissues that hold you together. From your knees to your hips to your ankles, you may feel heavier on your feet, more fragile in your balance, or tired after only a short walk. But this isn't about giving up. It's about understanding what your body has been missing. Many people jump straight to pills or surgeries when discomfort grows. But what if the first step could be something simpler? Something as basic as the food on your plate, the meals you cook, the broth you sip. The idea isn't to go back in time. It's to move forward with more ease, more awareness, and more care. There's a kind of dignity that comes with nourishing yourself intentionally. It's not just about pain relief. It's about strength, about giving your body the signal that you're still listening, that even now, you believe in its ability to heal. For many, that mindset shift makes all the difference. This is the deeper truth we don't hear often enough. That healing in our later years isn't about chasing youth. It's about reclaiming quality of life. The quiet confidence of standing tall, walking without fear, and waking up with less tension. That kind of strength doesn't come from ignoring your body. It comes from learning what it needs and choosing to respond. You're not broken. You're not too late. You're just ready for something deeper, and your body is too. If there's one thing to take away from this, it's that your body still wants to heal. The stiffness, the swelling, the slow steps, those are signals, not endings. And by choosing foods that restore instead of deplete, you begin giving your body what it's been quietly asking for. You don't need drastic changes. You need small, steady acts of nourishment. Over time, those choices rebuild strength, ease pain, and bring back comfort you thought was gone. If any part of this video made you stop and reflect, I invite you to share your story in the comments. What have you tried? What helped your words? Might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. And if you want more simple, real ways to support your health, hit like and subscribe. Let's keep walking this path together stronger and steadier, and with a little more hope than before.